Do you know what is the most important skill we need to develop when we want to prepare for GMAT? In this video, I'll share that skill. Hi, my name is Mandeep. I'm a GMAT coach and founder of GMAT Mantra. Have you met someone who has been preparing for GMAT for last 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years? Most of my students who join my classes are people who have been preparing for GMAT for long. They have already given GMAT multiple times, or they've given a lot of mock tests but still not able to score 700 plus. Do you know what is lacking? Concentration, focus. Now what is concentration? This is something I learned from Dandapani. So he's a YouTuber. You can go online and search for concentration Dandapani. So recently I read his book. So he was talking about how the mind works. So I'll not get into that because that's not my specialization. But what I learned is that he said that we have a lot of distractions. Our mind is highly distracted, because of which we are not able to focus on one thing for a long time. So he said, whatever you do, give your 100% focus to that. For example, he says if you're on the YouTube, watch that video and don't think of shifting to another thing. Just keep watching that video. Don't just move to another video or just move to another social media channel. So focus on one thing. Similarly, he said that we all think of doing meditation. Maybe for 15 minutes we meditate and we think that concentration will develop. And I used to believe that. So I used to meditate for half an hour and I used to believe that I'll be able to focus. But that's not true. Because during the day when I'm working on something, I just keep looking at my mobile every 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So when I'm doing that, I'm practicing distraction and I'm getting trained on distraction. So if I'm getting trained on distraction and when I want to study for GMAT, and to study for GMAT, you have to get into the depth of the concepts. When you're solving question, you have to spend time with that question. But if I don't have the ability to keep my focus on one thing for extended period of time, how can I expect to master GMAT? Because what happens when you're solving a question and you get it wrong, you start looking for explanation from somewhere. But what we need to do is that you have to sit with that question and solve that question yourself. So focus on, or I would say the most important skill that you need to learn is concentration. And you can easily do that when you're doing something. Let's say you're driving. So while driving, just keep your focus on driving. If you're eating, keep your focus on eating. If you're talking to someone, just keep your focus on that particular person. Our mind gets diverted, but bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. So once that happens, we have that ability to learn to concentrate on one thing for an extended period of time. So let's say right now we cannot focus on something for more than a minute or two. This is what I see with most of the students. They lose concentration even when we are doing a question. They're not able to understand what they're reading. So if you can't understand what you're reading, then how will you score high on GMAT? Because GMAT is all about understanding. So right from today, just focus on or practicing concentration. And I highly recommend just go and watch a video of Dandapani on YouTube on concentration, and he has recently written a book. I don't remember the book, but if you just search a book by Dandapani and it's on the focus and concentration, read that book. I would highly recommend that, and it can actually improve your score and probably every area of your life, because once you learn to concentrate, you can get into the depth of the things and you can reduce the time it takes to prepare for something. Thank you.